What's going on, my fellow Daft Punk fans? Today is going to be the magazine collection update. So, as promised in my previous collection update video, I have around 100 magazines here that I want to go through. And yeah, I don't exactly know how I'm going to do this yet, but I did manage to jerry-rig together an overhead shot, which you're seeing now, and I have all my magazines around me. I'll probably have to cut this up into sections to make it easier for me, but yeah, I guess I'll just try and get it started here. So, my first stack that I have next to me here is a bunch of magazines that they're on the cover of. So, first off here, this is a KR Home Studio magazine from 2007. I believe, yeah, December 2007. And it might be a little tricky doing this, trying to find the page that they're on and everything. So I'll probably be doing a lot of cuts. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, there's this really nice photo shoot here. Nicholas Landermard, I believe, is the photographer. Let me go find page they're on. That is not the article, but there's a little review of Alive 2007 in there. Here we are. So this is the interview, article, whatever you want to call it. It is in French. And yeah, the photographer was Nicholas Landermard. And a bit about Electroma here. And I think that's it. Oh, a little more about Alive 2007. But yeah, that's the first one down. All right, this next one here, Telorama. I believe this one is also French. Yeah, that's French. From March 2001. Right with the release of Discovery. It's interesting because usually with magazines, whatever photo is on the cover, it's also like that photo shoot is also in the magazine somewhere. But this one's interesting because this is, I forget the photographer's name, but it's not the same photographer that did this photo shoot. So yeah, this one is Jerome Albertini. Very cool photo shoot, but I mean, it's different than the one on the cover. Now, where are Daft Punk gonna be at? Page 12, silly me. All right, page 12. See, this is the photo shoot that's on the cover. I believe it's the same photo. Different photo, but very similar. Yeah, another interview in French. And like I said, this is from a different photographer, Jerome Albertini. Does it say the name of this photographer? It's got it somewhere. Oh, Jean-Baptiste Mondino. So yeah. Moving on. Now this is a duplicate of one that I already own. There was a big bundle of magazines that I bought, and this was one of them, and I already had one, so now I have two. Yeah, this is another French interview that they did for the release of Discovery. This photo was taken by Seb Janiak, if I am not mistaken. Here we are. This is a photo by Jerome Albertini, same as the previous magazine. It says the photo is by Seb Janiak, but that's for the cover. This one was by Jerome Albertini. And yeah, it's another French interview. This was taken by Yasuko Komatsu. Yeah. Lots of different photo shoots in here, which again is not really normal for these stories that magazines would do. But les inrocables, however you want to say it. That's like the Spanish way to pronounce it. French way would probably be les inrocables. I don't know. The S is probably silent. What do I know? I'm an American. All right. Next, I guess I can show them both off. Obsession. They had two different covers for this one. One with Thomas, one with a guy-man. And let's take a look. Again, this is a French magazine. One of the photos right there. The photographer was Maciek Kobielski, something like that. Okay, let's see where it starts. I believe it starts right here. Yeah, okay. So this is the story on Daft Punk. Like I said, photographer Maciek Kobielski from Random Access Memories. Very, very awesome photo shoot. Yeah, and I believe, yeah, that's the end of that. Very cool photos. And the covers are also very cool. It's cool that they did two different covers. Next we have this Random Access Memories era magazine from The Observer, which I believe is like a sister magazine to The Guardian. You might be more familiar with The Guardian, but here we are, a very cool cover. I'm trying to remember the name of the photographer. It's not ringing a bell at the moment, but nice and easy to find. Page 12. Here we are. Murdo MacLeod, or MacLeod. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, very iconic photo right here with them reaching out to each other. I know that's some kind of biblical thing, but here we are. Finally, an English one. This is an old photo from 1996 from Kevin Cummins. Lots of ads in this one. But yeah, cool photo here. Eiffel Tower and the reflection, or yeah, the reflection. Live 2007 photo. And that's it for that one. This one is one I got in that big bundle of magazines. It's not really something I would seek out per se for my collection, but it was just included in that bundle. Nice big ad right there. And I don't know if there's anything else in here on Daft Punk, if I'm being honest. I'm realizing right now, okay, no, there's not anything. But I'm realizing right now, this could be like a fun, like ASMR experience if I would just like shut up and just go through magazines. You know? Just like... but like really slow and like methodical. Anyways, just a thought I had. This is, I believe, a Russian, maybe Ukrainian. I do not know. That .ru is making me think Russia. So probably a Russian magazine here. This was one of those magazines that came in that big bundle. Again, it's not really something I would seek out on its own if I saw it for sale. Here we are. I guess poster. I know that some magazines have little fold-out posters. This isn't a fold-out. It is the center of the magazine, so it'd be easier to take out. But yeah, that's kind of it on Daft Punk, I'm pretty sure. Next, we have another Les Inarcuptibles, or however you are supposed to pronounce it. Just imagine I pronounce everything perfectly in this video and don't say anything about it in the comments. But from 2013, I think I've tried to find out when exactly this was released. I could not figure out exactly when this was released. This wasn't like a typical Les Inarcuptibles release. This was like a special release for Daft Punk. But here we have 2005 behind the scenes photo. I believe this is when they were shooting the Robot Rock Maximum Overdrive music video. But yeah, like I said, this is like a special issue of the magazine, fully centered around Daft Punk. There's a lot of nice photos in here. This was from 1995. I think I scanned a ton of photos in here. And in case I didn't make it clear, the reason that I have so many magazines, where I got so many magazines in the past year and a half, almost 2 years at this point, is I got a nice Epson scanner so I can scan these photos, because a lot of photos of Daft Punk are scanned from magazines, and some of these photos were scanned 10 plus years ago on not as, you know, current scanners, and with lower computer storage, and with, you know, uploading stuff on the internet, you know, not being able to upload, file size is too big. Because of all of that, a lot of the images of Daft Punk that have been scanned from magazines over the years are not the best quality. I mean, some are pretty good, but they're just not very high resolution compared to our screens today. Like back 10 years ago, some of these magazine scans would look great on your tiny little phone or your low resolution computer, but on our high resolution screens nowadays, they just look less and less good. So that is why, oh, you saw that photo already. That is why I have been diligently collecting magazines. It's so that I can scan photos and interviews in very high quality. I found a lot of interviews that have not previously existed online, which has been very fun to do, to kind of unearth something and share it with other fans that unless they had the physical magazine, they wouldn't be able to access. This is a cool photo shoot, which I'm sad. There are some photos from this photo shoot that I don't think made it into any magazine, but they have shown up on like photo, I don't even know what to call them, like stock photo, like photo broker sites, I don't know, of Daft Punk and Justice, but they're in like super low quality. It's like the preview image, and unless you buy it, you won't get the full quality image. So there are some cool photos from this photo shoot that I would really love to get in high quality one day, but I would have to purchase them. And man, purchasing photos online is so expensive, man. I don't know why they're so, I mean, I do know why they're so expensive. Like, the photographers, they want to get compensated. And especially if it's a photo that they didn't get compensated for already, like outtakes from a photo shoot, then, you know, it makes sense that they'd want to make money off of it. So, yeah, like I said, this whole entire magazine was just on Daft Punk. Lots of cool stuff in here. All right. This one is a little more rare. M, which stands for something. Le Magazine du Monde. Again, just imagine I pronounce everything perfectly and everything's fine. So, from December 2013, this was one of the last like proper photo shoots they did with Peter Lindbergh, the photographer. So December 2013, this is one of the last proper photo shoots they do at the end of the Random Access Memories era. So let's try and find Daft Punk. Little behind the scenes photos right here. I should probably show this. Very cool. Alrighty. Here we are at the beginning. I don't really know what to say here other than just to show these awesome photos. Unfortunately, Peter Lindbergh did pass away a few years ago, which is very sad, but his work lives on online in this magazine and also in Daft Punk Unchained. They made use of his photo shoot for the cover of Daft Punk Unchained and for all of the artwork that accompanies the film. So, his work lives on. Man, there's a lot of photos in here. I believe that's it. Here we have DJ Mag from 2014, August/September. What language is this? Spanish? French? I don't know. I know a bit of Spanish, but sometimes it's very hard for me to differentiate languages. I don't think there's really much about Daft Punk on here. 18. A little spread there. Okay. Is that it? Oh, a little more. Ooh, that's fun. Little Lego build. Some of this stuff I haven't seen in a long time. Okay, there's a bit on Daft Punk here. I kind of forget. Again, I have freaking a billion magazines. It's hard to remember what I do and don't have sometimes. This is a duplicate of a magazine that I already own. Again, it came with a big bundle of magazines. The other one is in better shape than this. This one is a little torn. But hopefully I'm staying in frame. I cannot see where the frame begins or ends. But where are Daft Punk? Wall Street Journal. I'm blanking on the name of the photographer, but it's probably for the best because I'm pretty sure he had some huge scandal and is no longer active. Oh, that's their name. But the photo shoot is very iconic. Gave us some very iconic photos. Here's Daft Punk's kids. I came along for the photo shoot, I guess. But yeah. That's it for that one. Here we have Q magazine, summer 2013, I want to say. August 2013, yes, that was correct. All right. 48. Here we have this spread. Photos by Matthias Claimer. Nice English interview here. I love the photos in this magazine. The ones on the beach. I mean, they're not really on a beach. It's all in studio and whatever, but still, very iconic photo shoot. Back in the day, I want to say 2015, I got this photo because there's like a digital version online and high quality. I got this photo printed onto a t-shirt. Actually, it was a tank top. That's how much I loved this photo shoot. But yeah, that's it for this one. Here we have Bounce from June 2013. This was a Tower Records free handout, I'm pretty sure. I believe this is from Japan. We're going to find out in a second. Because yeah, Tower Records is like a Japanese magazine thing, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And they have like a physical location in Tower Records where I guess they have like free handouts of stuff. But Daft Punk on page 18. Here we are. This is just a generic photo from David Black that they used all over the place during Random Access Memories. This was just something they would send to the press. But yeah, it's all in Japanese. Is that it? Is that literally it? I guess that's literally it. I mean, I guess with Japanese characters, you can fit a ton of information in a little space. So I'm sure this is the equivalent of like 2 or 3 pages on the other magazines. But yeah, there's an interview in there. Somewhere, if you can read Japanese, or if you know how to use Google Translate. But that's a cool one. Ooh, also, really quick, before I forget, fun fact about this photo shoot. You know that photo of Daft Punk with the blue background that like all the news outlets use? It's from this photographer. Okay. Here we have Dazed and Confused from 2013. I believe that they did have an alternate cover with Guy-Man. It was like a... Oh, they had one with Thomas, one with Guy-Man, and one with Giorgio Moroder. They did like a joint interview in here. I only have the Thomas one, though. I don't have any of the other versions. Here we are. Nice big photo of Thomas. Oh, there's the beginning right there. Photography and styling by Eddie Slimane. Again, imagine I pronounced everything perfectly. But yeah. Joint interview with Giorgio Moroder. Some nice photos. And yeah, Eddie Slimane designed their outfits for Human After All and Random Access Memories. So That kind of makes this photo shoot a lot cooler. But yep. Here we have another Les Inarcutable from 2013, May 2013, for Random Access Memories. They're on page 34. Perfect. Okay. Nice photo shoot here. We already saw probably all of these photos in that other magazine that was solely Daft Punk. But this came out before that. And that's it. This one is Rock and Folk from 2013, May 2013. Love the photos in this one as well. I'm playing a little guitar and drum, singular drum. It's Daft Punk 74. Okay, here we are. French interview here. Photos by William Bocardet. This is the photo shoot where they're playing chess as well. I don't know if any of those chess photos are in here, but that is where those photos originate. Yeah, it looks like they didn't make it in here. But, yeah. Here is Tracks, I believe from 2006. July/August 2006. Tracks is a French magazine. Who did this photo shoot? Pierre-Emmanuel Rastoin. Daft Punk are on 97. On page 32. What are they smoking? Oh, it says it right there. All right. This photo shoot is weird. It's all blown out, like overexposed, like the white balance is off. I don't know how to correct terminology for it. But the photos look like this for some reason. And they don't, and they're like native quality. I don't think they exist like that because they used a photo from this photo shoot on the cover of, what was the cover for? I can't remember which magazine it was the cover of, but they used a photo from this photo shoot on the cover of a magazine when Daft Punk disbanded, and the photo was fine. It didn't look like this. So I don't know what was up with that creative decision, but yeah, this was a 2006 French interview and photo shoot. This was the photo. This is the photo that they used for the cover of a different magazine when Daft Punk disbanded. And it does not look like this. It looks fine. So I don't know what happened here. That's it for that one. All right. Clash magazine, I believe December 2007. Yeah, December 2007 / January 2008. And I want to say, sometimes the dates on the magazines, I don't know. Magazines are weird because monthly magazines, if it says March 2001, it probably came out in February. Because I don't know, monthly magazines are weird and they like to like be ahead. It's kind of like with cars. You know how it's 2024 right now, but probably soon you're gonna start seeing ads for the 2025 Honda whatever. And it's like, bro, it's not even 2025 yet. Like, what are you smoking? Um, I don't know. It's probably some kind of marketing thing. Like, oh, this is future. This is the next thing. But I digress. This one is supposedly from December and January, but it probably came out in November, which is when Alive 2007 was being released. So take the dates with a grain of salt. So yeah. This photo shoot was by Jay Brooks, if I'm not mistaken. And they're on page 74. Here we are. 74. Yeah. Jay Brooks. Nice English interview. Some very cool photos. I believe. Yep, that's it. Okay, this one, I'm gonna have to do some censoring. So, this one is another one of those special issues where it's just Daft Punk. It's just covering Daft Punk. And again, I cannot pinpoint exactly when it came out, but I'm pretty sure it came out around June 2007 because this came with a CD. And the CD, I believe, says something about June 2007. So I'm pretty sure the magazine also came out June 2007. So let's try and open this. There we go. Flawless. Again, this whole entire thing just covers Daft Punk. Nice behind the scenes photo there from 2001. This was just used. Remember this one? Same photo. That one. But as you can see, the photo is actually much larger than that cover. Some more photos from that photo shoot where it's all blown out for some reason. But yeah, like I said, this whole entire thing is about Daft Punk. So we'll try and speed run this one. Man, this is going to be a long video. This is the second to last one from the pile that I have next to me. And then I have 4 more piles of equal size to get through. So we're like a little under 1/5 of the way through. So, I mean, you guys can see the length of the video. I can't. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the CD, Electro 2007, that came with the magazine. Thomas is on the cover with his double-necked guitar. Oh, there's some more. And, okay. there we are. Oh my god, I forgot about the cover. Hopefully I don't have to censor something in post, because I don't know how to edit very well. But here we have NME from 2013. What is this, from May 2013? Page 22. This is also another very iconic photo shoot. By Dean Chalkley, who also shot them in 2001. Fun fact. And that's it. Like I said, that was just 1/5 of what we have to get through. So I hope you're strapped in for the rest. All right, moving on. As you can see in the corner here, I busted out my laptop. That way I can hopefully remember the names a bit easier, because I do have a whole list of photographers, the names of the photographers and the photo shoots and whatnot. But this next pile I have here are magazines kind of like this, where Daft Punk are not on the cover. I mean, their name might be, but Daft Punk themselves are not on the cover. So, I guess starting off here, this is Music Magazine, August 1997. This is a Japanese magazine. It actually opens up this way as opposed to this way. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, simply has like one tiny little photo of them. Actually, I think it is two. There's one, and there's another. And it also has an interview. The interview is with Czar, Dimitri from Paris, and Daft Punk, I believe, all together. So just a little story on, you know, the French scene in general. And also, I'm going to try, keyword try, to pick up the pace, because I just saw how long it took to record that first section. 40 minutes for 1/5 of the video. That's crazy. So we're going to try and pick things up. So this is Me Magazine, autumn 2009. This is a magazine that Kitsune are like the main people of, and it basically just goes through all of Kitsune's connections, all the people around them, Guy-manuel and Thomas being two of them. If you don't know, Gildas was how to put it, he helped Daft Punk run Roulette, Critamore, and I believe also Daft Tracks. So he was a behind the scenes kind of guy, but he was integral to Daft Punk's success, Gildas. This is a really interesting magazine of sorts, because it has this little, what do you call these, ad libs, where Daft Punk would fill in the blanks of this preset ad lib, I guess you can call it. Cool photo of Thomas, probably getting ready for the Robot Rock music video. And then there's a section on Guy-manuel. Did I pass it? Here we go. That's Guy-manuel's photo and his little ad lib. And yeah. Alrighty. This is one that I really wanted to get my hands on for a while because of the photos inside. Like I said, this whole stack, Daft Punk are not on the cover. So, these photos, I've actually taken out. What the heck? Put that aside. Page 18. Okay. So, I've actually carefully taken these photos out of the magazine so I can scan them and get the crease and be able to stitch them together properly. This photo right here, this is the iconic one. Now, this is one that was scanned many years ago and exists in pretty good quality, but I wanted to get it in even better quality. Also, the colors on a lot of these old scans weren't really accurate. They often had a tint, like either a blue or a red tint to them, and I don't know. I just felt like I could get a truer scan of them. But yeah, some of these magazines, the ones where they're not on the cover, I would often take the pages out very carefully and then I would scan them. Okay, here we have another Japanese magazine. This one opens up this way. Let's find Daft Punk. Also, it is a little risky to be going through these magazines because there's a lot of naked ladies in magazines. Let me tell you. Here we are. Here is Daft Punk. Photos by Kaori Suzuki. This was the photographer that I was forgetting earlier, the one that also did photos for Bounce, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Japanese interview and photos. Here we have another Japanese magazine, Rockin' On, 2001. Also, I kind of forgot the dates on the past few, but you probably saw. April 2001. This one, I think I have taken the photos out. There's a photo right there. I know that there's a story in here somewhere. Here we are. These photos are by Seb Janiak. Nice big Japanese interview. And then the photos that I already showed. And then I think in the very back, yes, little ads here for discovery. Forgot that some of my magazines are wrapped. So we have this Loud magazine from March 1997. Chemical Brothers on the cover. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. They didn't have any new photos of Daft Punk. That's the Chemical Brothers, so don't pay attention to that. But yeah, it's just the photos that Daft Punk would send to the press. Photo credits for this would be Daft Arts, which was, I'm pretty sure, just code for Cedric Hervé. So Cedric was their right-hand man. I consider him the third Daft Punk. But yeah, that's it. 1 photo, 2 photo, and I believe an interview is in there. We got another Rockin' On Japanese magazine from February 2001. This is another one of my most favorite photo shoots. Also, sorry if it's a bit hard to hear me. Ay, 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 it's getting dirty. Okay. These photos, I believe I took out. Oh, here we are. Oh no, this was not. Okay. This one, it's just this ad. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's a review. That's what it was. That's what it was. It's just a review of One More Time. It is not an interview or a photo shoot. That's what it was. That one's a little underwhelming. Oftentimes I buy magazines. Well, not often. Sometimes I buy magazines and I don't really know what is in them. Here we have Buzz magazine, which is like a subsidiary of Rockin' On magazine. I believe this would be May 97. We're going to find out in a sec. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, this is 99. This is 99. May 99. Got some photos of Daft Punk from 1999 here, which is pretty rare. I think, let me pull up my spreadsheet. And yes, I have a spreadsheet of these photos and the information around them. These photos were taken by Minoru Inoue. And yeah, from 1999. Took this one out of the magazine there. There we go. So that was an interesting one. But here we have another Bounce magazine from March 2001. Again, these were complimentary, I believe. But I mean, all of the photos from Japan are kind of iconic, if you ask me. Alrighty. Oh, this page came out. Alright. So, here we are. It's a photo shoot with Leiji Matsumoto. Rest in peace. This one was one I was very happy to be able to scan properly. I did kind of mess up tearing it out a little bit, but it's fine. But yeah, photo shoot with Leiji Matsumoto. Want to be very careful. All right, we got Vogue, August 2013. This is another iconic photo shoot, and yes, I'm going to keep saying that because it's true. But this one is when they were walking the streets of New York City, a very rare public appearance. And there's, of course, that video that Vogue also recorded on their day out, where they're walking around with this model. I forget her name. What is her name? Carly Kloss. Okay. Daft Punk and Carly Kloss in New York, dressed to the nines. Very iconic. This one, I believe, came in that big bundle of magazines that I bought. Probably just an ad, if I had to guess. I literally think that's it. Yeah. There we are. This one is interesting. I believe it is a comic type thing. When was this released? June 2005. Got little gorillas on there. And yeah, I think that there's just a comic of Daft Punk in here, which is why I have it. This was also a part of that big bundle of magazines. Here we are. Right here. That's it. Paper magazine, I believe from March 2001. Oh, this one. This is an interesting one. They have a little joint interview with Romanthony here. I believe this is that interview. I don't have time to really read through it right now. But an interview that didn't previously exist online, and I was very happy to purchase this. This one, the interview already did exist online, but I kind of forgot that it did. And so when I saw this listing, I was like, ooh, I want to get that and archive it. And then it arrived, and then I was like, wait, I think I've seen this before. And I had. So that's it. I got Les Inrocuptibles from January 97. Here we are. Again, nice French interview. I'm trying to remember the name of this photographer. Patrick Messina. That is the photographer. And that's it for that one. This one, I don't even know how to pronounce it really. Or magazine. Probably from March 2001. Yes, March 2001. Oh yes, okay. This photo shoot. This photo shoot, I forget the first name of the photographer, but his last name, I will never forget. Menno Koch. That's right. That is the name of the photographer, and we have an interview here in a language I cannot identify at the moment. But yeah. This is interesting. Something was on here, like a card, and I don't think it was a Daft Club card. Heck, maybe it was. But there was something here and I have no idea what it was. So yeah, that would be cool to know what was on there. This one, no, I don't think I need to censor that because it's just a top. But Q 2007, I believe this is from December 2007. Yeah, December 2007. Little raunchy photos there. Where's Daft Punk at? Here we go. Around with Daft Punk, page 28. This is where we get the iconic photos of them with some beer. Another one there. And this is the interview where Guy-Man, when asked if you could have a spare limb, what would it be? Thomas opts for a lung to be fitter and healthier, or 2 brains that we can make movies and albums at the same time. And Guy-Man, concentrating on eating his sandwich, a dick for twice the pleasure. So that's the dichotomy we have going on with Daft Punk. Next we have this 1996 magazine, if I'm not mistaken, Eternity. This is one where I had to kind of hunt for the release date. I don't think anywhere on here it says a release date, but given the content of the interview and also some of the ads that are in this magazine, I narrowed it down to like mid 1996. Daft Punk on page 111. Now this is a photo that they provided to Jockey Slut back in 1994. So the photo is like 2 years old by the time this magazine came out. But that is the photo that they used, and that's the whole thing. Nice little 2-pager. This is one that I was very excited to get because it had a photo of Daft Punk that I had never seen before. And whenever I get a magazine with photos that don't exist online, I'm very excited. It's very interesting that Daft Punk are in this magazine, because it seems like a hip hop magazine. Where the heck are they? Here we are. This is a photo that didn't previously exist online, but I scanned it and now it does. Photos by Louis Vincent. But yeah, nice French tiny little interview and photo. What did Jamiroquai ad? We got another Chemical Brothers cover. The Chemical Brothers plus Daft Punk. This is Rock Deluxe, April 1997. Where's Daft Punk? Page 4. So they're going to be right here. Where's the Chemical Brothers? And there's Daft Punk. This is another photo that Daft Punk provided to the press. Again, Daft Arts would be the credit there. Little second part of the interview. But I think that's it for this one. And this is the last one of this pile. Now this one's interesting because I was made aware of this magazine because there was a picture floating around of this magazine, ABC del Ocio, June 1997. number 79, except Daft Punk are on the cover. So I tried and tried and tried to find that magazine, but I couldn't find that exact one. This is the exact same magazine, except the cover is different. So unfortunately, I don't have the one where Daft Punk are on the cover, but page 4, there is a nice little interview and a couple of photos that didn't previously exist online, which I happily scanned, and now they do exist online. Maybe one day I'll find the one where they are on the cover for sale, but for now, this will do. All right, moving on to the third stack. Hopefully, time-wise, we're doing okay now. All right, looks like that last section only was like 30 minutes, so we are doing a little better on time. We're still probably like over an hour into the video, but oh well. Here we go. Next up, we got a rock and just rock sound. There is another magazine that's called Rock and Sound. This is just rock sound. Probably 2001, 1997. One of those two. I'm about to find out. I don't particularly remember. 36. Here we are. This is probably 1997. Yeah, April 1997. That makes sense. We got a photo from Kevin Cummins and a couple of behind-the-scenes photos of Defunk, which I had not seen before. And so these now exist online. But I think that's it. I think there's an interview with Spike Jonze about Defunk, which is cool. But yeah, there's that one. Here we have Technicart. Let's see, where is this? When is this? July, August 2006. Where's Daft Punk at? Oh, here we go. Daft Punk. I have no recollection of what is in this one. Some of these I haven't gone through in over a year, so that would be why. Here we are. Okay. Looks like an Electroma interview, I would wager. Well, I think that's it. I believe it's a French interview about Electroma. Yes. This one, I believe, is the most recent edition. I got this like a month ago, maybe. Where's Daft Punk? 44. Here we have Daft Punk. Oh, this is why I got this. So this photo, I think I got it a few months ago, actually. I saw the listing for this magazine, and this photo was on there, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to scan that pronto, because the best scan of this at the time wasn't the best quality. So it was very, very nice to get this in good quality. And I believe there's an interview in here. It could be just an article. I don't really know. I don't know what language this is. Maybe Italian, I think. Or maybe PL, Polish? Maybe. But yeah, it's funny because like just a week ago, Daft Punk on TikTok posted this photo in like its native like digital version. I don't know how else to describe it. Like the digital version of this, like the master original version of it. Not the highest resolution, but still, yeah. There we are. This is another more recent pickup. I believe it was solely for a photo in here. Let's see. Oh, this one. Okay. I remember now. Photos by Takis Bibeles. There's this nice little, well, firstly, there's an interview in here and all these cool photos. But this photographer posted on Instagram a little behind the scenes story of this photo shoot, talking about, oh, I forgot. I took that page out. But he's talking about doing the photo shoot. He was like, just act like, you know, humans and whatever. And apparently Daft Punk were really into that. Anyways. Chronic Art, December 2007 / January 2008. Here we are, Daft Punk page 88. Don't you just love when it's super easy and clear? This is one that I had come across on Tumblr a while ago, and I couldn't identify the photographer, but it turned out to be, I believe it's Maud Bernos or something like that. Yeah, Maud Bernos. I believe this is French. Pretty long piece. But yeah, these photos, very nice to have. Scanned them in very good quality. A couple of them already existed online in good quality, but some of them did not. It's interesting because it's like 25 years of punk. And the Daft Punk are in here. I don't know if that was like because of their name or if it really was because they were having an album release at that time, May 2001. But either way, it's funny that they're on here. Some magazines, you gotta get like 20 pages in to get to the like contents page. Where's Daft Punk at? No idea. All right. Oh, there they are. Oh, that's just more contents. Well, yeah, there's a photo. Scanned it. Good quality. Here we are. Nice little interview. How many times will I say that in this video? Take a shot every time I do. I'm kind of running out of natural light here. Been filming for like 2 hours now. All right. This is Vox. Sometime in 1997. Let's see. April 1997. Daft Punk, page 24. This is a very good magazine. And that you open the first page and you know exactly what you're seeing. That's my criteria. Here we are. This is the Kevin Cummins photo shoot. This is what it was shot for. Those photos have since, been in many different magazines and online. You'll see these online a lot because I believe they're available on Getty Images. These photos of them with the blue paint. But this is where they originated from. And there's some photos in here that aren't on Getty Images and that I got very good scans of. I'm very, very happy to have gotten this magazine. But yeah, moving on. Rock Star. I believe this is an Italian magazine. When is this released? October. I don't know the year. We're gonna find out. September 1997. I see. Page 74 for Daft Punk. All right, little homework review there. But here we have this magazine's little story on Daft Punk. We got 2 photos here from Daft Arts. These 2 photos are in the homework gatefold, I believe. Not the gatefold, the insert on the vinyl. This is a photo from an entirely different photo shoot. I believe this was for NME in 1997. And this was for, I believe, Select magazine, also 1997. Some more photos from Daft Arts. Well, these first 2 are from Daft Arts. This one is from, I believe, Les Inarcuptibles. Could be wrong on that, but the photographer was Mick Hudson, I'm pretty sure. So lots of different sources for photos in here, which is fun. I definitely scanned a few of these. But yeah. Again, I think this is Italian. Definitely doesn't look French. Yeah, it's probably Italian. I saw something on the spine say Roma, which I think is Rome. Could be wrong. Music. January 97. Alrighty. Gotta be careful with some of these magazines with the titties and cock and balls sometimes. I'm not even kidding. Where's Daft Punk at? Okay. Here we have Daft Punk here. Daft Punk album set for New Year. Oh, yeah. Like I said earlier, although this is January 1997, it was on store shelves or was being delivered to subscribers probably in December 96. So that's why stuff like this, where it says set for New Year, the first single will be reissue of Defunct. Daft Punk released their debut album Homework on Virgin in January. As if this isn't the January issue. Yeah, it's because it came out in December. I believe these music magazine issues actually came out in like this would have come out early December. Because when you look at the back of these magazines, they have upcoming shows or like events. So this isn't even like Daft Punk related anymore. Well, actually it is, because I'm pretty sure there's a few gigs on here that Daft Punk played at. I see here. December 26, December 18, December 18. So yeah, this came out early December, and yet it is called January 97. So, sorry about that tangent. Probably like 2 people care about that sort of thing. Moving on, we got another Les Inarcuptible magazine. I believe this is from 2008. Sometime in February 2008. Here we are. Sebastien Tellier is the cover. And this is relevant to Daft Punk because Guy-manuel, along with Eric Chedevel, produced Sebastien Tellier's album, Sexuality. And there's a photo in here. This photo, which did previously exist online, but only in like really bad quality. But I did find out that even if you look at it super up close, it's just like the photo itself was not in focus. I don't know. It's a very small resolution photo that they like blew up large. But anyways, yeah. Interview with Sebastien Tellier. Talks about working with Guy-manuel. So that's a fun thing that I added. This is one of the earliest magazines that I own. I believe this is from 1995. Daft Punk listed right there. This one is very delicate. Very delicate. Here we are. There it is. So this is a very early interview of Daft Punk. This is 1995. The date specifically, I do not know. Hold on, let me check something on my computer. Again, this photo was provided a jockey sled initially in 1994. So this was not a photo from 1995. But, hold on. I know in the past I did some investigating to find out exactly when this would have come out. And I'm going to find that. Okay, according to my spreadsheet over here, this came out around June 1995. I think that I just looked at various ads and stuff in here to determine when this would have come out. But yeah, according to my spreadsheet over here, this is like one of their first interviews. There was the Jockey Sled interview from 1994. There is a Coda magazine interview from June 1995. And this was probably around June 1995. So, probably one of their first interviews right here, actually. So yeah, very cool. Oh my god, this is a thick one. But, what's this? This is from 2003. Yeah, June 2003. I believe this was a special issue. This one I might have to look at it off screen here. It's one of those ones. Lots of naked people. Where the heck are Daft Punk? Ay, this one is massive. This might take me a minute. Ay, ay, ay. Literally have no idea where they are. All right, next we have Soundy, April 2001. Daft Punk card. It doesn't even say Daft Punk on the cover. Oh, here we are. Little ad for Discovery. I think that's it. I genuinely think that... Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Yeah, this is like a translated version of the Rolling Stone article that came out around this time also. So it's nothing like new. It's just like a translated version of a different interview. But some photos, and there was an ad earlier, so that was cool. This is DJ Magazine, December 98 / January 99. There's Daft Punk here. Again, that's a press photo, very common. I definitely remember buying a bunch of DJ Mag and music magazines in a bundle because of very small photos. Like there is probably one tiny little photo of Daft Punk that I wanted to scan really bad in here. I don't know where in here this photo is. I mean, this thing's like massive. But this photo exists in there somewhere. So that's why I bought it. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. This is definitely the stack of like magazines that I got because of like one or two little photos. This one I'm pretty sure has a little bit more content in it. December 98, January 99. I'm pretty sure this is the one where Thomas is featured pretty heavily for his solo work. Here we are. They had some kind of countdown for the top 50 main players of 1998. And Thomas landed number 2 apparently because of his Stardust and Gym Tonic stuff. Number 1 was Fatboy Slim. But yeah, Thomas. Number 2. Is there any kind of interview in here? I don't think so. Oh wait. Yeah, okay, he did make like a little statement for it. But yeah. There's that. We got another Jockey Slut magazine here. This one, I don't know. April / May 1990. I can't see if it says 98 or 99. So let's see. I'm pretty sure I remember scanning this photo. I remember it was in the back somewhere. Here we are. This is the sole reason I got this magazine. There's this photo of Daft Punk, which hopefully you can see. Yeah, I wanted to scan that really bad, and I did. And that's literally the whole reason I bought this magazine. All right, last one for this pile. We have Music Express, April 2001. Now this one is one that I wanted for a long time because of one photo. So Daft Punk are on page 26. All right. This photo right here is the sole reason I bought this magazine. So, this interview already exists online. It's German, and this whole magazine has been digitized already. So this image already has been like scanned, but it's not the highest resolution. And I really wanted to scan it at a high resolution and fix up the colors a bit, and I did. So that's the sole reason I bought this magazine. And that concludes our third pile. I am running out of natural light very quickly, so I may just finish this tomorrow. If you see the lighting change, that's probably why. All right, it is the next day. Let's continue where we left off. All right, we're going to be going over some more magazines where they're not on the cover. The last stack will be ones where they are on the cover. But starting off here, this is probably the one that I was hunting for the most over the past like 2 years because of the photos inside. I'm just gonna take out the photos because I already, here we are. These photos are some of my favorite. And the photo credit, it's a little odd. The photo like agency, whatever you want to call it, Go Relax E More, is the entity that gets credit here. I would like to know the name of the actual photographer, but that's all we get. I believe this is an interview, and I believe this is a review of Discovery. And the magazine, by the way, Snoozer, February 2001. Here we have another Japanese magazine. This is Switch, March 2001. Yeah, March 2001. This one also I have taken the photos out of. Here we have the little contents page towards the front of the magazine. And then later on in the magazine, we have, hold on. This photo shoot by Chiba Naobumi. And again, I take these pages out so I can make sure to get the crease scanned properly, and so I could stitch it together better so it looks like one clean image in post. This one right here is the interview with Daft Punk, and then this one right here is an interview with Leiji Matsumoto, which is very cool. All right. This is a very recent one. This is Les Inracoptables, April 2023. Now this has an interview with Thomas about mythologies. Here we are. little illustration of Thomas by Stephen Manel. And like I said, an interview about mythologies. Here's a little Daft Punk photo. And that's it. Definitely the most recent magazine I added. Here we have Jockey Slut from November 2003. Looking at the date, this is probably talking about Interstellar. This is another magazine that I got from that big bundle of magazines. Oh, there it is. Article is called Star Wars with a 5. Short little interview there, but I don't think this was online before I got it. So, yeah. Moving on. This is an interesting one. Baikoku Hongaku, 2004 winter issue. So this would have come out early 2004. And the reason that I have this is kind of strange. Someone on Instagram posted a photo of Daft Punk and Leiji Matsumoto from when they were premiering their DVD in Japan. There's this clip of this moment in a 2005 MTV special on Daft Punk. And there's one photo that's circulated online. But this person on Instagram, they posted that photo there of Daft Punk and Leiji Matsumoto. And I was like, what is that from? Luckily, they did tell... I forget if they told me in the comments or if just in their post they had mentioned it. But they mentioned it was from this 2004 magazine. And so I got it so that I can scan it better and see if there was any other images. This is all the images that exist, plus that one other photo that exists online. And a little video clip that's like 5 seconds. But we got a photo of Leiji Matsumoto, Daft Punk and Leiji Matsumoto, a wide shot. You can't really see them in the photo though. And then a DJ at the event. So yeah, that's literally the entire reason I got this magazine. There's tiny little photos. Here we have Mixmag, January 1998. I'm gonna bust out this hard drive because I have a feeling this is one where there's just one tiny little photo of Daft Punk in here that I got this for. Yeah, let me search on my computer real quick. January 1998 for Mixmag. Here we are. So, this is a little interview, Q&A. I mean, I guess all Q&As are interviews. But with a photo of Daft Punk that I had never seen before. So when I saw this listing, like I said, it was a big bundle. It was a big... No. What happened was someone was selling a bunch of issues of Mixmag and Jockey Slut and music. And I asked them, hey, which issues do you have where Daft Punk make an appearance? And they sent me a list of all the magazines they had where Daft Punk make an appearance. And then I picked and chose which ones I wanted because some of them already existed online. Some of them, the photos were like just a repeat photo that already existed online. So I just went and bought a bunch where the photos didn't exist online or the interviews didn't exist online. So that's the backstory of why I have a bunch of these magazines where the only Daft Punk mention is like a tiny little thing. But yeah, that photo did not exist online before I scanned it. So, and the interview as well. Was there anything juicy in here? Kinda. But yeah, that's from January 98. But like I mentioned earlier, that probably came out in December 97. Here we have October 1997. Let me look at my list here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it at the moment. This issue is really thick. So, let me just show the photos on here. These are the two photos that are in here. The one on the left, I think, does exist online, but the one on the right did not. So, that is the reason I have this magazine in the collection. This one, Love PA, I'm going to call it, May 2001. This one has an interview that did not previously exist online. And the photo that's behind the interview, it's a photo that exists online already, but this photo is probably the most uncropped version of it I've ever seen. So it's kind of unfortunate that the whole interview is plastered on top of the photo, but this is like the most uncropped version of this photo that I had ever seen, and it also has an interview, so had to pick this one up. Photographer, by the way, Yosuke Komatsu. They did a ton of discovery photos. Ones where they're walking in the street of Japan, ones where they're in a studio, ones where they're like in a basement or something. But moving on, April 2009. This is one I'm gonna have to look up on my computer. Here we are. This one just had a little story, I guess, on masked musicians. And here we have Thomas and Guy-manuel in their homework era. Now, I do believe this photo already existed online, but when I got that big list of magazines that that one person was selling, I think that I didn't realize this photo already existed online. So this one was kind of a fluke purchase. I shouldn't have purchased it, but yes. This one, DJ Mag from December 96 through January 97. Okay. All right, this one has one tiny little photo of Daft Punk in it. And if I remember correctly, it's towards the back. These old magazines are kind of fun to go through sometimes. All of the ways they used to advertise things. Guess I was wrong about the photo being in the back. Oh, here we are. Like I said, it's just a tiny little photo in the crease there. But this photo did not exist online before. Photo by Daniel Newman, by the way. But yeah, that one was a very cool one to scan. Here we have DJ Mag, February 97. I don't think I entered this in my computer right. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this one has a whole page dedicated to them, if I'm not mistaken. 2 pages, that's right. All right. Yes, this one has a ton of iconic photos. These photos tend to get shared around a lot. Little Beavis and Butthead masks. I think these were taken backstage. But yeah. This one is I don't think it is an interview. I think it's just like a review of their show along with some photos. But yeah, this was at the very beginning of 1997, right when Homework was being released. And then they played many, many shows that year. Here we have NME, New Musical Express, November 3rd, 2007, so the Halloween issue. This one I had seen this when I was looking on eBay. I just saw this contents page and this at the top, and I was like, what is going on there? I couldn't find it online, so I had to purchase it. And at the very back, page 74, we have Peter Robinson versus Daft Punk's Guy-Man. And it's a little interview with Guy-Man. And it's interesting. There's quite a few interviews from the Alive 2007 era where only Guy-Man was available for the interview. So yeah, there's a couple of these where they're very funny because Guy-Man, of course, is not the most vocal of the two Daft Punk members, but he had to step up for a few months in 2007 because, I don't know, Thomas was probably busy working on technical stuff. I don't know. But a fun little interview just with Guy-Man from 2007. This one is probably the biggest magazine that I own. It's a special issue for Interview magazine, October 2001. Let's see if I can find this quickly. There is one page dedicated to Daft Punk. There's also an interview in here. It's kind of formatted really weird. Oh, found the photo. This is the photo. Takes up a whole page. Who's the photographer? The photographer was Karl Lagerfeld. He's a pretty famous stylist, I think, designer. But yeah, that's the photo of Daft Punk. And this whole issue, there's Thomas's wife, Elodie. But the interviews for all of those people don't come until like pages later. They broke it up all weird. There's Daft Punk's interview. Just from here on. But yeah. This interview already exists online in like digital format on Interview Magazine's website. But that photo, it was only scanned in like pretty poor quality, in my opinion. So I really wanted to scan it myself. This one, Cut Magazine, March 2001. This is a very large magazine. Barely fits in my Kallax IKEA shelf. Now these pages I did remove, so let me do that. Well, I guess I can flip through them like normal. This photo is one that did not previously exist online. Now, the spine here was really not cooperative when I was trying to remove it. And I do try to do it very gently, but the adhesive just kind of ruined part of that. We got the interview right here. And this photo of Daft Punk, which did exist online before. It did exist in pretty good quality too, but it was a little cropped and the coloring, I think, was a little off. But there's that one. This is one that I had come across a few years ago, and I just didn't pull the trigger because I did not know what was inside. But last year I did pull the trigger on it, and I was very happy because it had a photo inside that I had never seen before. I believe the interview also did not exist online before either. But that's it for that pile. Moving on to the final pile. All right, I actually lied. I have stack 4.5 here, and then we will get into stack 5. The reason that this is stack 4.5 is because these magazines, there's 4 of them here, are too big to fit in my shelf, so I actually put these in a drawer, and I kind of forgot about them until right now. So here are my oversized magazines that don't come out too often. So I believe this is from 2014. I don't think it says it anywhere on the cover. I had to like look it up, find out when it was published. Page 12. I don't think this even has an interview in it, if I'm not mistaken. It's just like a story that they did on Daft Punk. But yeah, that's that one. Here we have R&R, which is rockandroll.com, Mexico. This is a really big magazine. I did not realize how big it would be. The listing did not show the scale very well, but it's got this big photo of Daft Punk on the cover, which is a very strange decision. I mean, this incredible wide horizontal photo being used for the cover of a magazine. Whoever made that choice, I don't know. The magazine no longer exists. I think it actually became defunct in like 2008 or something. I tried looking into this magazine, but couldn't find much info. But this is their story on Daft Punk. I don't think that it has an interview. Maybe it does. I'm kind of forgetting at the moment. Yeah, I don't see any quotation marks, so I don't think it does have an interview in it. But just covers all of the history of Daft Punk, I'm pretty sure. This was 2007. I'm trying to remember. Sometime in 2007, though. Here we have a duplicate of a magazine I already have, but this came with that bundle of magazines that I bought. I actually just realized that this whole entire time I've been saying this bundle, there's actually 2 different bundles of magazines that I've been referring to this whole time. One of them was a bunch where they're on the cover, and another bundle was one where they weren't on the cover. It was just a bunch of like Jockey Slut and Mix Mag issues where they're not on the cover. This one came from the one where they are on the cover. So anyways, April 1997. Like I said, this is one that I already owned, but it came with a bundle So now I have two, and this one is in better condition than the other one I had. At least I think this is the one that I got recently. Maybe this is the old one. One of them has a big old crease in the middle because it was folded. And to be honest, I don't remember which one I previously owned. Now this is the big monster of a 2-page spread. These have been scanned and are online. But yeah, that is the interview and the photos. You see these photos around online a lot. There was the photographer, I believe it was Stephen Double, something of that sort. Can't find it at the moment. Oh, here we are. Steve Double, not Stephen Double. How could I forget? And then last on this 4.5 pile, we have NME, March 17th, 2001. Wow, it's really tight in here. All right. This is probably one of the most iconic covers that I have in my collection. Gorillaz and Daft Punk. Unfortunately, someone did write on this cover, so when I scanned it, I had to edit that out. But very iconic cover. Oversized magazine. Let's find Daft Punk. Oh, yeah, this is one of those where the contents page, I don't even think it had a contents page. There's Gorillaz for anyone interested. I know people love Gorillaz. Gorillaz. And here we have Daft Punk. For some reason, Noodle is here. But yeah, this photo was taken by Peru. I don't know how to pronounce it. There it is. Peru. I don't know how to pronounce it. But they did quite a few photo shoots with Daft Punk in 2001. Hopefully the interview's in frame. These magazines are so big, I don't really know what's in frame, what's not. And then second page here, just a little continuation, and yep, that is the end. I wonder what's on this site. microsites.nme.com. Ask Daft Punk. Interesting. Huh. Never heard about that. I need to look into that. Hopefully it's on the Wayback Machine. But that concludes the oversized magazines. Moving on to the fifth and final pile. All right, here we are on our last pile of magazines. And I guess I should actually say magazines and book, because here we have Daft Punk, We Were the Robots, a Disco Pogo tribute. Now, Disco Pogo is a newer magazine, but the people that created Disco Pogo used to run Jockey Slut, which I have mentioned several times in this, so hopefully you know what Jockey Slut is by now. They were a magazine in the 90s and early 2000s, and now they are Disco Pogo. And they made this book, which I helped with a little bit. Let's get into that. So, starting off here, this behind, like, backstage pass thing is actually a sticker from Alive 1997, the 12-inch. Actually, it does come with a CD also, the stickers do. So They asked me for scans of various things in my collection and photos of various things in my collection. And this was one of them. I scanned this from my copy of Alive 1997, and now it's in this book. They said it was going to be like the whole page, but it's only part of this page. So I don't know, maybe it was a printing mistake. I don't know. They did just put out a second edition, so maybe they fixed it and it is the whole page. That would make more sense because it looks a little funky just being small like this. But I did scan this. This is my sticker that I own. I probably don't have time to go through everything in here. I mean, this is a very, very thick book. Lots of Daft Punk stuff. I highly recommend you get it before the second edition sells out. Hopefully it's still for sale when this video comes out. But, I mean, look at this. This whole book is filled with goodies. This is like the new wave DAT tape that Daft Punk gave Soma Records in 1993, which became their first record. So a photo of this cassette already existed online. I think 2 photos actually existed online, but this is by far the best photo that they took of it. Piece of history right there. I'll go through a few pages and then I guess I'll like skip to my section, because again, you should really get this book. It's wonderful. Some history of Daft Punk right there. A little, what would you call it? A fax of this is a Thomas confirming with Soma, or yeah, I think it was Slam specifically, that Daft Punk would be playing at Tea in the Park in 1997. I, Thomas Bangalter, confirm that Daft Punk will be performing live at Tea in the Park on the 12th of July. Daft Punk. So that's how they did stuff back in the day. But here we are, the contents. There's everything if you're interested in purchasing this book. And as you can see here, discography compiled by Luke Perez, the set list, every gig played, compiled by Luke Perez. Now, here, I wish that they had also included Finley Gomez, because very clearly on my list, on my spreadsheet, where I have all of the gigs listed out, at the very top, I say like approximately 75% of the gigs on here, of this stuff on here, was compiled originally by Finley Gomez. I kind of expanded on it. I added stuff he didn't. I found stuff recently that he didn't find. I have links to flyers and everything. Like, it is my spreadsheet, but a lot of the legwork was done by Finley Gomez. So sorry you didn't get the credit for that, but on my spreadsheet you are credited. The discography, I mean, anyone could have really done that, but they chose to credit me because they used my website. And then here we are. Where is it? I think this Instant Crush is the superfan section. These are photos I did take. No, these are scans I took of my tour itinerary booklet thing. Those ones too. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I scanned that are in here. But what we're interested in is this. That is me with a bunch of my collection. That wasn't even everything. Notably, I couldn't include my posters. I have so many posters. I was only able to get 3 in the photo. But yes, here we are. That's my superfan section. Also, we have Artem, who does the Daft Punk helmets, and Ariel, who does the Veritas Core design. But yeah, very cool book. Here I am credited for a compiling their discography. And here I am credited for this list of their gigs. But yeah, I'm also thanked in here somewhere. Luke Perez, thanks. Special thanks, Luke Perez, use of his extensive Daft Punk archive. So yeah, I was involved with this book. Very happy to own that and to be able to tell people that I helped with a book. Moving on. Like I said, this last stack, Daft Punk are on the covers of them. Now, some of them, they are just barely on the cover, you know. Oftentimes there's a main photo and then there's little side photos. On this one, Daft Punk made it into the little corner and their little frog masks from the not Discovery era, the Homework era. Now, where are Daft Punk at? Now, these photos I had seen online before, and I had never known what magazine they came from. And so one day I was browsing a Japanese site. I believe it was just available on Yahoo Auctions, but I use a third-party site to like search for stuff. Anyways, I saw this magazine pop up and I saw a photo of this 2-page spread, and I was like, that's where they come from. So I definitely pulled the trigger on that. Got some nice scans of their little frog masks. And also this interview did not previously exist online. Very cool. Here we have keyboards, I believe November 98. Yeah, November 1998. This one is kind of funny because in this interview, they're talking about the Daft DVD. As you can see, music sounds better with DVD. This was a whole year before the DVD actually releases. Page 20. This picture, by the way, that's just another generic Daft Arts thing. But yeah, this interview where they're talking about their DVD, it's coming out soon. It didn't come out for a whole nother year. Some kind of production hell happened on that DVD, probably, to cause it to take so long. They barely got it out before the new year, or the new millennium. I think it came out mid-November 99. But yeah, they talk about it in here a whole year before it released. This is a fun one. So this is Sugi, November 2007. This was the second issue that they put out. Very hard to come by because it is highly sought after, and like with many early issues of magazines, there's probably not a lot in circulation. So this is Daft Punk and Justice sharing the cover. I mentioned this photo shoot earlier. There are some photos from this photo shoot that didn't make it into this magazine. Ooh, nice, cool, alive ad. There's a little ad for sexuality, which is a little odd. What was this? November 2007? Sexuality didn't come out until 2008. Anyways, moving on. Where is Daft Punk and Justice? Oh, little ad for Electroma there. It's always fun finding stuff like that. I mean, I've seen it before, but I forget about the ads. Here we are, Daft Punk, Together Around the World, Justice. That's an interesting title. But photos by Pierre-Emmanuel Rastoin. Interview in French here. And we got some photos of Daft Punk and Justice. This one, oh, you know what I just realized? Remember that photo shoot where all the photos were super blown out and everything? It was the same photographer, Pierre-Emmanuel. I mean, I knew that the photo shoots were by the same photographer, but right now I'm just connecting that these photos are blown out and those other photos are blown out and they were from the same photographer. I didn't really put that together until just right now. But as you saw earlier, this photo, the background was on like a big green screen and it wasn't blown out like this. So I don't know what's up with Monsieur Pierre, however you say his name, Mr. Pierre-Emmanuel Rastoin, but he likes to blow out his photos really, really, really white. So there you have it. Here we have Anthem, July/August 2007. This one is a very cool cover. It's a little behind the scenes action from Alive 2007. Photo by Eddie Slimane. Now, Eddie, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, has an online diary, or had an online diary, and they posted a bunch of their photos from Alive 2007. They were behind the scenes because, of course, they designed their jackets and stuff. And so there exists online that diary entry where it's a bunch of photos from behind the scenes, and they used one for the cover. But here we are, a little interview on Electroma. Did they even talk about Alive 2007 on here? Maybe they do. I don't have time to read it all right now. But there you have it. Here we have Warp magazine, November 2006. This one, ironically, is very warped because it has water damage, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, very interesting, trippy cover. Now, in here, Daft Punk had a little interview, and they had like a little joint photo shoot with this group called Dex Pistols, which opened for them in their Japanese leg in 2006 of their tour. The photos by Takeshi Hanzawa for Cube, which I'm assuming is their photo studio agency thing. Here's Daft Punk and Dex Pistols. And I think they also did a joint interview with Dex Pistols in here also. So yeah, that is this magazine. Here's another one where they're barely on the cover here. This is Snoozer, February 2002. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I purchased this solely because they were on the cover. I had no idea what was actually in here. And I don't think that Daft Punk actually have like a section or anything on here. This is just like the best 50 albums and 40 singles of 2001, and Daft Punk are listed on there somewhere near the top. So there's not really anything of note in here. Maybe I can find the list. Can't find it, but you get the gist. Here we have Mix Mag sometime in 2008. May 2008. This one is supposed to be a fold out, but whoever owned this before, like, cut off the fold out part of it. But Daft Punk are there on the cover. That's what the fold out is supposed to look like, but they cut off that part of it. There's Daft Punk there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Daft Punk are actually mentioned in here several different times. So let's scroll through really quick. There's the photo again. This is like a celebration of Mix Mag special issue. At some point, they ask all the people on the cover, well, there's a little Daft Punk cameo. What is this for? I guess best in dance music. But they ask a bunch of the people on the cover about their history with Mix Mag. And at some point, okay, here we are. Daft Punk are on here, and they mention that they really are were reading Mix Mag. Okay, well, this specific part, they're asked about some kind of highlight in music, and they talk about Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk. But there is another section where they talk about going to Ibiza and using Mix Mag as their, like, itinerary, because Mix Mag had all of the info on where to go and what to see. Did I miss it? I believe I missed it. Yep, probably missed it. Maybe it's somewhere else in the magazine, but little Mix Mag special issue there. Here's a fun one. We got Music, January 1999. And again, that means it probably came out in December 98. No, 1998 was a gap year of sorts for Daft Punk, and Thomas was occupied with Stardust and with Gin Tonic. So he got his own magazine cover where he's in this weird Stardust outfit, which to my knowledge was never worn again. Well, actually, no. He did wear it to an award show. The mask, not the rest of it. To my knowledge, there's no footage of that award show, though. There's just a couple photos. Would love if footage of that exists, but I don't think it does. Hold on. I don't think Thomas... Oh, He-Man's on here. Music had these... Oh, there's Thomas right there. Music has these, or had these fun little parts of their magazines. Thomas and Guy-Man show up in a few of them. This one they called the Double Egg, where they would, like, compare celebrities. I guess they compared Guy-Man and Tiffany look-alike. In one of the issues, they have Thomas looking like Bob Dylan, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's the photo I was talking about, actually, of the award show where Thomas wore the mask. So that's what I was talking about. Now let's find Thomas's section. Here we are. Lucky Man. So we have an interview and photos by Vincent McDonald. This photo is one that I want to get a better scan of. I did manage to scan it, but the spine kind of got in my way. I would like to take the page out and get a better scan. Sorry. Oh, there's not. There's more. Okay. Stardust. There's Thomas and Alan and Benjamin Diamond. Oh, and there's more. We have a little comparison between Thomas and Norman Cook. Thomas is hailed the daddy. So this is definitely one of my favorite magazines that I own. Very happy to have purchased this. Here we have another music magazine issue. I believe the same photographer as that previous one, Vincent McDonald, I believe. Here they have Daft Punk as frogs, which, in case you're unaware, music was an English magazine, and frogs are what they would call the French, kind of in a derogatory way. I don't think it's much of a saying anymore, but that's the gist of the photo shoot. They're kind of tongue-in-cheek being like, yeah, we're frogs. I don't know if it was Daft Punk's idea for that photo shoot or if it was Vincent's, but that's what they went with. Daft Punk on page 54. Don't you love when it's so easy? You open up the first page, you know exactly what's in here. You're not bombarded with 10 pages of ads and a hard to understand contents page. All right. 54. Here we have the 2-page spread of that frog photo shoot, Frog Rock by Vincent McDonald. Here we have an interview and more of the interview. Now this photo is one that gets shared around a lot. I'm pretty sure, let me pull up. I cannot remember the name of the photographer at the moment. I have not been able to pinpoint which show this was taken at, but I was able to determine the photographer was Raise Ahead. That's Raise -A-head. Raise Ahead. They don't really have the best photo credits on the photos inside the magazines. I think at the beginning they have some kind of blurb about, and here in this blurb of like magazine info, they have credits for stuff, but it's a little hard to understand. But this photo, probably taken by Raise Ahead. This one, I do not know. But this was taken in late 1996, I'm pretty sure. And this was taken in late 1995. Here we have sound and recording. Random Access Memories era, July 2013. Let's see. To my knowledge, this photo didn't exist online before. Kaori Suzuki. Oh, they interviewed Bob. I think that's his name, Bob. Could be wrong. Now this here is at the top here, when translated. It tells you that this is a page or 2 pages of a magazine from 1997, I believe August 1997. This was in sound and recording and they just kind of put it in here. I have tried to find the August 1997 issue of Sound and Recording to see if maybe there was more to this than just these 2 pages. But I have not been able to track one down. But yeah, there's Sound and Recording, July 2013. I just remembered I'm doing a disservice if I get this wrong. So a little correction. That is Mick. Mick, not Bob. Mick. That's Peter Franco. There's Mick and Peter Franco. Mick, Peter Franco, and Chris Caswell. Okay, there we are. I just remembered that, and it was going to eat away at my brain if I didn't correct myself. All right. This is a pretty thick one. Technicart, sometime in 2001. March 2001. It's funny how sometimes it's so hard to find that info. In some magazines, it's very in your face. All right, page 46, Daft Punk. This is one magazine that I had never seen the contents of before, so I did get scans of everything in here. I mean, the photos, well, this photo in particular by Seb Janiak, I had seen before, but this whole entire interview and photos like this, I had not seen before. This photo, although there's a similar one online and also a video clip, but this particular photo also didn't exist online before. This photo is a pretty famous one, I'd say. Did exist online before. Although the quality and the colors didn't look the best. I will say though, the colors on this, not very good. I mean, I understand it was shot on film and the colors get messed up, but I don't know, dude, like, you really messed up the colors here. I'm pretty sure these photos were taken by Yosoku Komatsu, by the way. I don't think they get credited in here, unfortunately. But, yeah, very iconic, famous photo, fan favorite photo. I did get a nice scan of it, and I tried my best to work the colors to look better. Because here, I don't know what's up with Guy-man's overcoat there. It's like orange almost. It's supposed to be like cherry red. Anyways, that's Technicart. Here we have Or, I'm pretty sure that's how you'd pronounce it. February 22nd, 1997. We have Thomas and Guy-man on the cover there, and some homework era masks. Here we have another photo of them. The photo by Rico de Rosario. Page 14, Daft Punk. And here we have a 2-page spread. I'm trying to remember what language this is. I believe this comes from the Netherlands. What language do they speak there? I'm blanking at the moment. Please forgive me. But, yeah. The photos in here did exist online before, although the interview, I'm pretty sure, did not. So I was very happy to pick this up and archive it. All right, we got like 3 more magazines, and then we're done. Here we have DMA, Dance Music Authority, June 1997. This cover, I mean, just for the cover alone, I had to get it. And then the contents of, I did not know what the contents were, but I was happy to find this interview. Oh, in hindsight, I think I already had archived this interview. There was like a digital version on an old Wayback Machine capture of their website. So actually, the interview did exist online, but I don't think I was aware of that when I bought it. And I certainly didn't know what photos were in here. I mean, these are just generic Daft Arts photos that were sent to various publications. But yeah, the cover alone was so worth it, though. One of my favorite covers for sure. We have another Snoozer magazine from April 2001. This one is a fold-out. And this one was not ripped off, unlike that one Mix Mag issue. So here we are. And the other people on here, by the way, are Kuruli, a Japanese band. They've been on a couple other magazines that I've shown, so I thought I'd mention it in case anyone was interested. Here we have the contents, Daft Punk and Kuruli, page 38. Ah, yes. This photo shoot here is another fan favorite, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Daft Punk are depicted as being like giants, like Godzilla in the streets of Tokyo, assuming this is Tokyo. Here we have Thomas strangling this young man here, and Guy-Man torturing and dropping two other young men here. Here we have Thomas and Guy-Man terrorizing, for lack of a better word, these three young men hiding under a bridge. And then here we have the tables have turned. Kuruli are now very large and Daft Punk are small. Although there is this projector here, which makes me think that they're supposed to be like holograms. But yeah, and then we get into the interview. This part is with Kuruli. Yeah, this part was with Daft Punk. Are there any more photos at the end? No. So that's Snoozer. And last but not least, we have this Pop magazine from, I believe, early 97. Where's that info at? April 97. I'm pretty sure the interview in here already existed online, as well as the photo that is in the interview. Yes, here we are. Yeah, both of these photos did already exist online. And like I said, I'm pretty sure the interview already did. But this photo in particular, I wanted to scan better. This one, I think I got a pretty good scan of also. Ah, yes, this photo too, I did get a nice scan of. And is that it? Yes, that is it. I believe this came from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, that is the end of the video. I don't think I have... Oh, you know what? I lied. I have 2 more things to show. Now, I mentioned it briefly in collection update part 9, but I do have a few loose things that I should show. So, one of those bundles that I bought that had a bunch of Daft Punk stuff in them, they were offering a Tribal Gathering 1997 booklet, and it had this photo in it of Daft Punk. However, they actually didn't have it for sale. It was accidentally sold to me, so I just asked for them to send me scans of the little part on Daft Punk there with the photos. And then here, I purchased this. I don't even know how you would say that. I think that's 3 in French. I don't know. Or is this Spanish? I think it's Spanish, actually. Anyways, this I bought thinking it was the full magazine. I mean, I'm sure the full magazine isn't very large anyways. This looks like a very small magazine. But they just sent like 3 pages, 4 pages of the magazine. And that was it. Where's the rest of the magazine? Kind of, I mean, I didn't get scammed, but I thought I was purchasing a whole magazine, not a couple loose pages. Anyways, that concludes the video. And with that, we conclude collection update part 10. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know it's probably like 2+ hours long. Hopefully future me is able to edit this down to be a little less than 2 hours, but I mean, I think it's gonna be like 2 hours. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next one.